Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And a Packer first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big run there by Jones. 57 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 51 yards. A first down carry here for Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Prescott's going to keep this. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. So that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they run the option on 2nd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Julian Okwara able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nice run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Looking deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. 3rd down. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Play action now. Prescott. To the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
For the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at at this stage of the game.
It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Love now on second down.
That'll be complete to Dillon.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Love. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. His throw incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
1st down throw for Prescott. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Packers.
Love going to give this one to Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Love looking to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. To throw now, here's Love. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bless Austin. And he's able to get it back his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would like to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a second down throw for Love here. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Corey Davis. Incomplete.
Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. The ball popped in the air, intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So that was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And some room to run now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Love from the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnover. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. For the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Touchdown, Detroit. Dak Prescott had 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Packers 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, where the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Love. This one caught by Davis. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this one was tight end out on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Josiah DeGuara. A 5-yard pickup on.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they'll go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Johnson only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 30 on second down, Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To Johnson again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swing the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll air this one out deep for Davis. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And it's third down.
On play action. Love to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had a good teammate who was able to get him.
This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing here, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
King there defensively.
Here's Johnson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.